Hello, class. We are going to look at another technique relevant for Project 3 in COMM398N, and that's sky burning technique. It uses the overlay layer but a different tool, the gradient tool. So let's see how this happens. I'm going to share my screen now. And I have my image here, which is already optimized and everything. So the first thing is I make sure that my layer is at 0, and then you will do your optimization. Looking at color, make sure you have the Adobe RGB color. And also if you need to resize or straighten your image. So that would be for optimization. Next, we will go to our favorite new adjustment layer, and that's levels, okay? And when we get the histogram, I'm going to look at the bottom part here. That is what I'm going to adjust in the histogram, because the skies will be done in a different manner. So let's see what happens. Maybe I want it a little bit darker. So that's for my levels. Another new adjustment layer will be the vibrance. I do want a little bit more vibrance here. Okay, that's okay. And once I'm done with my vibrance, then I'll click on the vibrance layer, which is already and add my new layer by just adding using the plus in the layer panel, and change my mode to overlay here. Okay, so I have my overlay, I have my layer, I'll call it sky burn. Let's call it sky burn, okay? And so once I have my layer, I'm going to go and grab my gradient tool, which is conveniently here. And once I have the gradient tool, I have to make sure that transparency is checked out. And then I go up here, and this is where the difference is between what Bob is talking about and the newer computers, the newer software versions that we are using with Photoshop. And let's say I want this, okay? This kind of gradient, which is from the darker to the lower. And so what I do is I can, but it doesn't need to, but I will use Shift. And because I want it to go from dark to lighter, I can draw this. And you see what happens? So that is the way of changing your skies. Not that I really like it, but this is just for, you see, there is another difference. I'm not using the Shift key. I'm just drawing the skies a little bit. Okay, and now I'm getting into some trouble here. So what I can do is maybe use the adjust the opacity layer, just 20%, and go and grab my eraser, okay, and see what I can gently erase some of these ugly places here. Not really. But anyway, I'm not going to continue playing with this because it requires a lot of patience, and I don't want to delay the videos. Anyway, so that's how you use the eraser. Let's try something else here, changing, moving the black to white. I mean, black and white, changing the, oh. All right. So that didn't work either. But anyway, that's how the skyburn is done. So just remember, you have to start with layer 0, optimize your image, do new adjustment layer levels 1, then do vibrance. Then on top of that, you put your skyburn layer, and make sure that in the mode window you have overlay. Okay, and overlay, and then you go and grab your gradient somewhere here, and then you play with the you go into your gradient window. You can try what Bob is saying with the black on white, or if you have the 2020 Photoshop version, you will now have the option to select the blues and the gradient you want. And then you can play adjusting the gradient with the eraser tool. So that completes my demonstration of this technique, and I may do another one later today. Thanks, and talk to you later. Bye.